Hey, what are you doing, bro? If you want to do some coaching, one-on-one, just me and you, or you want to sign up to a group of young men just trying to win, go to the link in the description and let's do some coaching, bro. The truth is, life's hard. Life is very difficult, bro. But there's a way that I can help you make it easier. And I'm going to lay this out right now. It's probably not the way that you want to hear, but it is the way that will make your life a lot more easier. But you're going to have to suffer a little bit, bro, so you might not be ready for this. You see, the truth is, and I never understood this blew my mind. Something I'm still even working through a little bit to this day. We are all dealt different cards in life. Think about it. Your life is going to be extraordinarily different to mine. My life is going to be extraordinarily different to yours. Well, picture that plus 7 billion people in this world, right? Everyone lives individual lives. Some are a lot easier. Your life might have been easy, bro, or it might have been extremely difficult. My life growing up was difficult. But some of my friends' lives growing up was fucking easy. And I never knew this growing up, that we are all handed different cards, right? But subjectively, life will bring you to your knees. So the shit that brought me to my knees when I was a kid, yeah, sure, it was all that kid stuff. But then as I got older and shit started going worse and worse and all these things were happening, my life brought me to my knees. But then that little stuff never fazed me. That person says something. This is happening. This is nothing. Swept it under the rug. But that's because I went through hardship. But with you or people that you might know, whatever, something as menial or little, I should say, might buckle you to your knees. What do? I don't know what to do. But that's life. And I never knew that my level of hardness or your level of hardness, bro, was someone else's easy mode. And someone's easy mode was someone else's hard mode. Like, it's funny how this world works. But we all have this lingering, buckling feeling that, we all feel to this day. Whether it's anxiety, nervousness, feeling fucked, which is, life's difficult. Well, the truth is, life is not going to be easy. You're just going to have to become a stronger, more capable, more diligent, more hardworking, more forward-thinking man to get the swing of this life. Because, see, a lot of people will disagree with my message, with what I have to say, but, I back up everything that I say because I know the shit that I've had to go through in my life. I know the storms that I've weathered, and I know that a lot of you boys have been through similar shit. You've been through a hard life. I want you to understand that life and the programming of life is hard. It's not easy. Life is not easy. Life isn't sunshine and rainbows. My tongue got stuck. And life isn't always going to be what you want it to be. You're going to have a family member pass away. You might have been through some shit in the past. Like, life's hard. You got bills creeping up. You got people talking about you. You're trying to start something, but your fear's stopping you. Life's difficult. And, one of the craziest shifts that will elevate you and change your whole mind almost instantly is understanding that your life is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It ain't gonna be easy. Yeah, cool, you might have big dreams and aspirations and goals that I believe that you will hit, bro, if you work hard enough. But with that, your problems and your issues are not gonna disappear. They're not gonna dissipate. They're not gonna dissolve and go into thin air. They're gonna get harder. Life will always become harder. Shit's always gonna go wrong. The more successful you become, the more built you become. Or life will still be hard if you stay a nobody. Life's hard. Life is never gonna be easy. And when you have this expectation, that right there will help you. See, for me, every day I wake up, not even with the expectation that life's gonna be hard, but it ain't gonna be easy. It's not. Some days I might wake up tired. Might have slept 8 hours, but I'm still tired. So one day my back might hurt. One day your back might hurt. Maybe you got a headache. Maybe something's happening that day. Something's wrong, right? Life's hard. And when you wake up with the expectation that, okay, life's gonna be whatever it is today, and you still got shit to do and you get it done regardless of how you feel, you get it done regardless of how hard it is, that's going to give you just this forward momentum projection in your life that changes the game of how you run through your life. So don't have the expectation that life is going to be easy. Know that it is hard. And if you have an easier or better off day, mad. But if you go through the day and it was hard, that's what it was meant to be. And if you go through the day with the expectation that it is going to be hard, right? Hear me on this. And you're just running through your habit tracker or shit that you got to do. That wasn't that hard. But you thought it was. So it makes it easier when you start to make life this thing that is hard. And you just got to be a stronger version of yourself. Flip that mindset of it being hard, it being easy, and make it hard. And that's going to change the game. But that's just one thing. See, the reason why life becomes harder than it actually is because most of us, and I'm guilty as charged of this, bro, our life becomes so much more difficult because we live in fucking comfort. Take a look at your life. Take a look at it, bro. There is so much comfort around you. You're in bed, you're scrolling on your phone, you're playing your games, you're watching your YouTube, hanging out with the boys, it's comfort. You can smoke some weed, eat some fast food, jerk off like for the 5th time. It's comfortable. There is shit that is making your life difficult, but it's comfort. There's so much comfort there that makes life harder. Think about when you've had a nice life, or if you had a life of comfort, right? Or there's so much just comfort around you. Life hits you from a different area, right? Something happens, this person says something, you got this going on at your job, or this, that, something's going on in your life. But if you've lived a life of comfort, what happens? You buckle. You break. You break it. You buckle. Because that's what happens. You're not ready. There's too much pressure on you and you're just too weak to handle it. And that's the truth. And that's what happens in this world. And this world, I don't blame you for being, wanting to live a comfortable life, bro. This world is comfort. They've made it this way, and look at the state of men. It's made us so weak. So have that understanding that comfort is also accelerating how hard life is for you. But hear me out when I say this. If you know how to do something, it's easy. But when you don't know how to do something, it's hard. If you've changed a tire 1,000 times, changing it the 1,001st time, nothing, piece of cake, close your eyes, do it. Done. But if you've never changed a tire before, this is your worst enemy. So, I can't do this. What happens if the car falls apart? How do you take the nuts off? How do you get the car up? It's too much, right? So when you understand that the game of life is hard, that is going to give you that 1,001st time of changing the tire. You can do it with a piece of cake. It's not a problem. When you understand that comfort is what's destroying you, that's the 1,001 time you're changing the tire. Okay, well, shit. That's what it is. I can do this now because it ain't hard because I've done it before. Or you've understood the concept of it. So comfort is what's destroying us. And what will build you into a man that can run through life easier is actually going to be some of the shit that breaks you in the moment. This is a big thing to understand, bro. See, when you live a life of comfort, you've destroyed yourself. That's it. You're finished, bro. You're done. You can't have that. When you live a life of suffering, and this is going to sound horrible, but when you live a life of suffering, or you live a life of discomfort, at least for a while, right? What happens when you go to the gym? You do some bicep curls. You tear your muscle, right? Get all that blood in there. You wake up the next day, you can't move your arm. What happens though? You go back to the gym a week later, your arm's bigger. That's you getting stronger. Well, every single time you go out into this world, you need to seek some level of discomfort. So whatever your fears are, right? Whatever is the shit that scares you, bringing on that anxiety, that nervousness, that's the shit that you actually have to run towards. You have to seek a life of discomfort. And this might even sound so simple, but shit like taking a cold shower, that's easy. You can take a cold shower for 30 seconds. It's uncomfortable, but that will make you. You could go speak to that pretty girl that, makes you sweat, and that's uncomfortable. You could go do 1,000 workouts. That's uncomfortable. But every time you do these things that are uncomfortable, you get a little bit better. You get a little bit stronger. And what happens when you're a stronger person living in a hard world? It becomes fucking easy. It becomes easy. You have to really understand this. You need to suffer. And you need to go do the things that scare you. You need to expose yourself at the start, right? Get your toe wet. But then you need to run towards things that truly build you. Because it's the suffering. It's a life of structure. Being in a good routine. With that routine encompasses exposing yourself to shit that scares you, that you will become stronger. When you live a life of discipline, you become free. But when you live a life that's undisciplined, you become chained. Because it's in discipline that we find freedom, because we're in control. But it's in being undisciplined that we feel chained and linked, because we're not in control of our lives. The iPads and the phones and the porn and the video games and the drugs and the fast food, that controls us. Our urges and our emotions control us, and that's not control. That's not freedom. That's harder than hard. You see, for me, I like to look at our life as, well, there's one core thing that we all need that trumps everything, and that's purpose. You've heard me speak about purpose a lot of times, but you need to understand that purpose is what you're here to do. Understand that. And when you have purpose, and you can link your purpose to shit that is hard, right? Because your purpose is going to be hard. Say you want to do social media, making that first video is going to be hard. Say you want to be a bodybuilder. That's your purpose, right? Those millions of workouts going to be hard. You want to be an athlete, all those workouts going to be hard. You want to be a businessman, all those tests, all those shit that you got to do is going to be hard. But when you live your life through your purpose with the understanding that it's going to be hard and seeking hardness for your purpose will flourish. But if you have a purpose and your purpose is full of comfort, right, your purpose is going to be a fucking dull flower. It's going to be just a weak little flower, bro. It's going to be nothing. Your purpose is everything, and you need to align your life to your purpose. But there has to be an understanding about this too, because how long does this go for? How long does life being hard go for? Well, the truth is, life is always going to be difficult. With every new level you climb, there are new devils. With every acceleration of your life and elevation, and every step forward you take, there will be new demons. But what I want you to get at, and this is cool, is that our life and our resilience and our strength compounds. Now think about this. After your first workout, you ain't strong. After your 1000th workout, you're a beast, right? Well, this is what I want you to look at for when it comes to how you navigate life. The more you seek discomfort, the more structure, the more routine, the more exposure, the more you live your life going out, seeking hardness, putting yourself out there, this is how your life will look, right? So let's say this is easier mode, right? Let's just say this easier mode of life because you're strong, you're running through life, and this is hard. And this is where we're at today, right? This is what's going to happen in your life, is that you're going to expose yourself to shit that's hard. And you're not going to feel like there's anything happening. It's like, I'm doing this, man, I had an anxiety attack. Doing this, this doesn't taste like a Big Mac, this piece of broccoli. You're doing shit that's hard that you don't like to do. But then understand this, bro, is that after a certain amount of time, right? Let's say like 6 months maybe. Could be less, could be more, depending on how hard you're going at it. The harder you expose yourself, the more you start to understand that, okay, I need to fucking get these wins under my belt, which is exposing myself to hard, living a harder life, destroying all the shit that is destroying me, the fast food and the video games, and sitting there wasting time and doing drugs and sleeping with prostitutes, whatever you're doing, bro. You got to understand that within 6 months of you exposing yourself to hard things, there will be this elevation in your life where you here just take control of your life, right? You control your life, and with that control, you just shoot up, and you are this strong, formidable, unstoppable force. And it's insane how you feel on this. When you live a disciplined life, when you no longer have any fear, or if you do have a fear, you know that you are just going to tackle it and ain't no issue. When you're winning every single day, when there ain't a bad habit in your life, when there's nothing in your life that you aren't in control of, you will run through your life feeling unstoppable. And when you're unstoppable, bro, you will have and get every single thing that you want. So this is how you make your life easy. It's by understanding that it's hard. Get rid of all the comfort that's destroying you. Go seek some purpose. Expose yourself every day to shit that's hard. And watch yourself build. Because the stronger you are, the easier life becomes. I mean that. The weaker you are, the harder this life is. And what happens when you live a weak life, you seek modern comfort. But that will come back to bite you in the ass when you're older, bro. Or you go through life and just comfort. You'll wake up one day, maybe it's today, maybe it's in 10 years, and you just got shit to your name. No nothing going for you. And I know that you want better than that. So that's it, brother. This is how you make your life easier. Love you, bro.